So if you really want to know how to do this right, don't go and meet a new partner for China like us. Go knock on the door of any China-based accelerator and go ask any of the people in there as a foreigner coming into China, what you need to get funding and be successful in the market. Every single accelerator worth their salt will look at you unfair advantage. Now, let me define what that is. There's many, all right? Many kinds of unfair advantage. I mean, you could just have like crazy guanxi, right? And have like privileged access to relationships that no one else has. That's a form of unfair advantage. But for most brands coming in, they don't have that, right? So what do you got? One is you can have control of a commodity. I have a client, old client, back in the day, is 65% of global production of an organic organism grown only in one part of the US that has to be licensed, and he owns 65% of the land. Now, how do you think, here's a funny thing, his product is only eaten and used by Chinese globally. It's a traditional medicine product, but it can only be made in this place and certified there. So how do you think his business is? He's got a monopoly position on the global trade of this item, right? So that's an example of an unfair advantage. Another would be technology, UX. We've talked Douyin. ByteDance's technology is quite significant. I don't think people realize how powerful it is. You've done TikToks, but China's taken that, Douyin in China has gone several iterations beyond what TikTok is outside China, right? Very far beyond in terms of functionality and scale. And it's making waves, it's changing habits in people. So I think if you have a disruptive technology or user experience, China is very forgiving for you, right? It is unforgiving of people who stay put, and very forgiving and open to people who want to change things. So that's a unique thing. So that can be an unfair advantage. But the one that's most accessible to brands is your brand equity. It's your brand strength. It's your traction with Chinese consumers, your potential to grow. And the most powerful form of that comes from outside China. The signal coming from the rest of the world that you're the hottest, coolest, latest brand. That's why it doesn't matter if you're Louis Vuitton or Chanel or whatever. They're super powerful in China, super famous, right? And they have a huge business. However, that doesn't mean small brands can't win. Like, we've got a luxury brand we run. I'm blown away at the popularity of this brand. It's a tiny little company from Australia. That's why I mentioned it. They have gradually, first of all, the designer of the brand has really thought China in mind from the beginning. So even though he's in New York now, he works with celebrities and he designs his collection so they look great on Asian bodies, right? Very smart this way. And he seeds the market properly, in the classic form of seeding with celebrities. And it works well, right? So his brand after the last 3 years has really taken off, and now it's just on fire. And so you can do that, right? If you have that traction outside China, it's easy to spill inside China because Chinese people are hip, right? For lack of a better term, they're very trend followers, right? They're on trend and they're starting and pioneering their own trends. So they're extremely capable of doing this. So if you've got traction outside China, it works to flow into China and you can almost replicate the same growth. That's one type of unfair advantage. It's almost like having nitrous in your car, right? No one else has it. You're in a race, you have nitrous, you're gonna win, right? That's the gas that no one else has, right? The extra rocket fuel. That works. Another is a heritage story that's unrivaled. So if you have heritage that is almost like provenance at an antiquities auction, the authenticity of the product must come, right? This connoisseurship around your brand somewhere outside of China. This is ideal. It's really about how well you curate your advantage outside China. Then you can spill it inside China. And that's really what it's all about. It's having traction or heritage or sort of a safety component or an exclusivity component to your brand, to your products before you come in. Then you're ready. Like, brand strength is everything in China. It's not one thing, it's everything.